Hello, everyone. This episode was originally meant to cover some current events before we spoke with our guest. We started out that way, but our conversation shifted to the recent controversy involving Camille Herron. We want to emphasize that the trail running community is a safe space where we uplift others and show compassion as we navigate life together. Everyone has moments they regret, and often the behavior that bothers us most in others is a reflection of something that we see in ourselves. Not all the facts surrounding this situation are clear yet. Personally, I felt upset by some of the criticism directed at Camille, as I could easily see myself in a similar situation, pursuing what I believe to be the right course of action, even though I might have felt that it was wrong at some level. Or not. I spent the day before recording this episode reviewing the available data, and at the time, I didn't feel it was a clear-cut issue or something completely unforgivable, certainly. I recognize I have my own biases and could be wrong, but I believe in giving people grace before jumping to cancel them. As I've said before, life isn't black and white. Things aren't always completely right or completely wrong. We all try to be good parents, friends, citizens, and competitors, but sometimes we get things right, and sometimes we mess up. I hope this episode sparks some thoughtful conversations. We've divided it into two separate parts for you to enjoy. So here we go. Does anybody know what area code is 306?
The 306. I don't know. You can look that up.
We don't. So I'm not going to give a tricky opening tonight about episode 306 of the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. Post on the
From the belly of the Beast Coast, Glastonbury, Connecticut, this is the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. We talk about all the fun shit that happens on the trails that most normal people don't care about. The language we use is f***ing explicit and raw like the trails we run on, so don't listen with your kids! No kids. Cultra is brought to you by our Patreons and supporters, and we are 112% listener supported, and support is good.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Cultra Trail Running Podcast. I'm your host, Art Byram, and I am joined tonight by almost the full Cultra crew. We have Fred Marollo.
I'm here, and 306 is Saskatchewan.
There you go.
Yeah, so if I were from Regina, Saskatchewan.
Yeah. I think we just saw your computer's Regina.
I think you did.
Fred just showed the weirdest part. His camera was, I don't know what it was. He was giving his computer a colonoscopy for us or something. I don't know what was going on.
I don't either, especially when the fingers came into view.
Yes.
Yeah, we had no idea what was happening there. We also have Jimmy Mack.
What's good, fam?
All right. And Jimmy Mack with his matchy glasses to his hoodie.
Right?
He's on point tonight.
Blue, all the blue.
Yeah. Blue to blue.
Blue face. I'm in my blue era.
And Celeste Fong, a ding dong.
Good morning.
All right. Let's hear it loud and let's shout it out. Use our outside voice.
Oh, good morning.
Yeah, that's better. That's good. That's good.
I've never been accused of being quiet before. Sorry.
Well,
God damn it, Art, leave her alone.
People paid good money for this shit, so we gotta make it work. So, all right. So we have so much to talk about tonight. First of all, so at around
first of all, Celeste is undressing in front of us.
Sorry,
right
it's
now.
hot in my basement. I'm
That's
like
what
dying.
they always say when they start undressing.
I thought
in here. Here, let me take this up.
I thought it was called your walk-in closet.
The basement? No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not showing you my walk-in closet. Okay.
Yeah. Even there's some things you can't even do on podcasts. So, so we do have we have a special guest joining us tonight. Lenny's mom is going to join us in about an hour or 45 minutes, with Lenny, hopefully. So, fresh off of the Barkley Fall Classic. So. We're going to hear all about that, but we have a bunch of other things.
That must have been hard to do the whole Fall Classic.
Yeah, but he's a beast. I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
But before we start, I do want to just take another moment. I know I talked about it a couple episodes ago. The Connecticut running community lost a good friend in Clint Morse. We had a get together, kind of a celebration of life last Saturday. over at, I guess it was Crandall's Park there. And I have to say that like it was incredible because there were quite a few runners there. And I think that even with all the runners there, that probably at best represented about 25% of the people who were there. So, there were certainly just as many orienteering people, people from Yukon, family, and other friends as well. So it was he's somebody that we're definitely going to miss. And I think it was a fitting, farewell or a fitting tribute to, to start to, pay our respects to him and things like that. And a chance for us all to kind of trade some stories and see the reach that he had in his lifetime. So, I just wanted to take a moment and just, I guess like give Clint a shout out. So, before we launch into our shenanigans here, which I guess like I'm going to start with this. So we do have a bunch of things I want to get to. First of all, Boston Marathon times, right? For anybody who is under 60, the Boston Marathon times all got, you have to run 5 minutes faster for the qualifying time, for the published qualifying time. So I just want to go and take any, bless you, Jimmy Mac.
Why I want to take muted it so you didn't have to say that, dude.
I know, but this way I did. Jimmy just sneezed. I'll add it back in during editing.
I always sneeze. Hold on, guys. I always sneeze in 2s and 3s. How about you?
That's right.
At least.
That was 2 right there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for blowing my cover, bruh.
I usually sneeze in hexadecimal. So.
Oh yeah.
At any rate, so hot takes on Boston Marathon times. Jimmy Mac.
That's cool. Good for Boston. I'm chasing other shit right now, so it's irrelevant to me. But I don't know if I have a hot take on it. Good for Boston. That's cool that they got a lot of people. It was 6:51 was the cut I saw. That's pretty high. And yeah, cool. I don't know if I'll ever run that race again. I'd like to, but we'll see.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Celeste, any thoughts? Or don't give a shit?
Personally don't give a shit. I'd never qualify, and I'd also never have interest in running it. There's a lot of people there, and I don't like that. So
Good point. I have seen dogs on the course, dogs on the sideline though. So.
I mean, that's the only selling point.
Yeah, there are people.
Yeah. It's
remember
not my thing.
Remember what I said about there's 2 kinds of people, right?
Yeah. Although I do really enjoy following it and watching my friends succeed there. Like that part of it is lovely. It's just not my kind of race.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fred Marolo.
Oh, I have takes. I have all kinds of takes.
Yeah, let's give and take, put and take.
One, of course they tightened it up because you had to get that fast anyway to get in.
Right on.
So why not tighten 5 minutes? If you have to do 6 minutes faster than the old qualifying time, why not lower the qualifying time by 5 minutes? That doesn't really change anything.
Oh.
1. 2, they're still not as tight as they were back when I was in my 20s. You had to do a 250 if you were under 30.
Okay.
If you were under 40, you had to do a 250.
What is it now? I didn't even look.
It's down to 255. Under
255.
30.
But Fred, back in the old days, you had those super shoes, right? The leather penny loafers.
Not have
Onitsuka Tigers.
I ran my first marathon in Nike waffle trainers in the UCLA colors, that powder blue and the gold.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I had Adidas Gazelles in those colors.
Yeah, nice.
Puma Clydes, right?
Did you? I had a pair of Puma Clydes, dude.
Of course, Puma Clydes. Yeah. That's the bomb.
I had green suede Puma Clydes, dude.
Oh my god.
Gotcha. My thoughts exactly that, Fred, is that fuck it. I think that I'm over 60, so I'm good still.
Nice.
No, you going back? Are you gonna get back?
I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna go back. So let's say that. Okay.
Fair enough.
Because I love that. That's, in my opinion, that's the best road marathon in the world, you know, of all the marathons that I've run. So
of all the marathons I've loved before.
that's
you
right.
have
That
one.
of all my children named Boston Marathon, you're my favorite.
Yeah.
That's what my mom always used to tell me. So
Sydney was a couple weeks ago too.
What's that?
Sydney
a
marathon
called Sydney. Yes.
No, the Sydney Marathon. I have
Yes.
a few friends who went.
Oh,
wow.
I saw somebody on Threads who was really psyched because she went under 420. So she was under 10 minutes a mile.
she didn't.
She didn't have to get high either. You know.
Fred, she went down under 420.
Down under 420. High.
Is what you meant to say.
Good day, mate. Good day, mate.
Good day.
Oh, it was supposed to be gorgeous.
But if it's under 10-minute miles, how many
Yes,
kilometers? How
but
many
my
kilometers
family-
per mile?
Oh
My
yeah,
family
she
was-
had the kilometers. That, and I was like, that's under 10 minutes a mile. In the United States, that's a milestone.
Is that
my
6
gosh.
minutes per kilometer? Is that what that is? That would be 10-minute miles.
Give or
Would be
take.
six,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she was
Yeah.
6 something, like 6.2 per kilometer or something.
620. Yeah, 620 with or six. Yeah, okay.
That makes it, yeah, because it's, what is it,
Maybe
0.61?
I'm gonna look it up
42.
right now. It's probably like 612 or something like that.
Can you believe that? Like, so you want to bring your family there, but then you're like, fuck that. It's like, where's the baby? The dingo ate the baby.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but that actually happened. They found the baby clothes like later.
I know.
After she went to jail and everything, they ended up letting her out and giving her a full pardon or something, if I remember correctly.
And then she got to run the Sydney Marathon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. So that's that. Yeah. So I think that's just makes sense. You know, I assume that there's some science that says that that it was harder for the 60 plus, I assume, or maybe, you know, disproportionately.
Maybe it was how it fell, like how, like the 60 plus weren't more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, but if like the way that I looked at it is that if you're like, if it's 5 minutes across the board, it's disproportionately hitting younger people because they have less minutes. You know, it's a greater percentage increase for each of them.
Yeah.
Or decrease, however you look at it. But at any rate, it is what it is, and you know those are the rules. It's my fucking race. Go run your own Boston Marathon.
There was
right?
a lot of
Booyah.
chatter about whether or not they should cap the number of times you could do it. People were like, what about all these people who are doing it 10 and 12 times? They're just away. And I was like, no, that's not right. Like,
If
you
If
can't
they're
do it 'cause you've
qualifying,
already
they're
done it.
qualifying.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I met a guy, or I ran into a guy, John Minervino, who's going for his 25th
Yeah.
Boston next year. Yeah,
He's
Something for-
fabulous.
yeah, he's awesome. I was like,
Yeah, he
he's
sure
like,
is.
He's like 61, and I'm like, dude, that's what an awesome thing. 24 years in a row, he's gonna do his 25th, and then he's like, I'm good for life, and I'm like, dude, yes, like
He is. Once
Yeah.
you do that, they let you in.
yeah. Todd
Yeah.
Brown has that too.
Yes, Todd Brown's a couple of years ahead of him, I think.
Do you know anybody else who's got that many consecutive Bostons?
Amby Burfoot.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
all right.
All right, fucker.
I beat Amby at the Ray Crothers 5K a couple years ago.
Okay, all right. I beat him at the Manchester.
Highlight
Road
of my
Race.
life, and I beat Galen Rupp. At Boston one year in 2018.
Oh, I beat Bill Rogers in a fun run,
Did you?
and Joni too. So,
Oh my God. Jody Samuelson? What?
yeah,
Oh my God.
but it was cold, so
I beat Alberto Salazar with a bat. No.
swing and a miss. So we have some information on the Pauling Trail Festival 24-hour race and some other things like that.
6, 12,
Down to-
24, 3, 6, 12, 24, I think.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got, what do you want to
Omaha.
do? Do the 24? Want to do the 24 first?
And
Whatever
it's
you
not
want, Jimmy, it's
football,
your
it's
show.
bowling, right?
All right. We got Wayne, is it
Gretzky.
Blanchetta? He did 100 and looks like he did 110 miles. He did 55 laps in 25 hours.
Too bad.
But and second place was Low Preezy for Sheezy, Michael Lepresti,
Yeah.
Connecticut's own senior trail mixer.
Very good.
Yeah.
He couldn't
and
hold
then,
the weight. He couldn't get
the-
112. I'm just asking.
I mean,
For
dude,
friend.
well, it looks like they were 5 mile loops, I guess.
Oh,
No,
okay.
No, they're less.
I'll
They're like
accept.
Are they
2
less?
2 point something.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
so he had the
Oh.
option for the 112
maybe. I don't know.
right there.
I think it's
So
like a
because-
2.7 or 2.2 or
Oh,
something.
Oh wait, yeah, hold on.
But there was some trails. There was some trail with this, right? Trail and paved. It was like half
It's
and half or
mostly
something.
trail. It's about.
Oh, I think it's 2
quarter
miles
paved.
perfect, I think, because Mike Lopresti did 50 splits, so 55 or 50 times 2 is 100, so it's probably 2 miles perfect. Does that sound right?
I think 50 times 2 is 100.
They may have
yes.
changed it a little bit because I don't think it was exactly 2 when I did it 2 years ago.
But
According to this, it's on a 1.7 mile loop. That is a
1.7.
combination of pavement, grass, and single track trail. There's about 160 feet of gain each loop, according to Ultra Sign Up.
Oh, so 110 is pretty damn good. So I'll.
That is not an easy course.
No,
it's got a lot of roots on it, and it's got one really big hill. Like you have to scramble up.
So to do 100 and because I did 112 in 24, but that was at the fair. So that's almost optimal conditions, I would say, except for that hairpin turn. But so yeah, that's cool. So who got third there, Jimmy?
Ooh, I have to go back now.
Or did you get that? Sorry. Or maybe you could
Matt,
give us
Matt's. I guess I don't know how to pronounce it. Matt Z. It's SZE. It's a pretty interesting name. I like your name. Maybe it's a acronym for something. We'll call you Matt Size. It looks like it says Matt Sized.
Matt Sized. Okay.
Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah, he was third place, brother. And then Jen, I'm gonna ruin your last name. I think it's Canadis. I think she
I got a shot for that.
She did really well at Brooksville, at my Brooksville 12 hour this summer. She's a really good runner. And then second place, I think she's from like Norwalk or somewhere down that way. Second place was Dana Lewis. And then third place lady was Angela Legg. And then fourth place, another Connecticut legend, Caitlin Rossi.
Yay,
so, very good. Like a boss.
So that's like how the that's how the 24 shook out. Are we good? Back to you now, Art Byram. And then a word from our sponsor.
Thank you, Jimmy Mack.
All right,
for giving us the Pauling hauling two guys in a truck race report. We appreciate that. So coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend, is what are you doing 2 weekends from now? Not this weekend, but the following weekend, Jimmy Mack. It rhymes with Upchuck.
Nipmuc Marathon. Yes, Nipmuc Marathon.
The Nipmuc Marathon. And guess what?
What?
You can still sign up for that. Did you know that?
I hope so. There's only like 50 people signed up. Let's go, fam.
It's a fucking
let's go.
You are not going to run. Are you ever going to run a better trail marathon than this, Jimmy?
Dude, it's cheap. There's vegetable soup afterwards. It's not chili. They have to stop saying it's chili. It's like really cheap, and I think you get a hunk of wood, and then they have like old shirts. If you want to buy, you can buy like old year shirts.
Yeah.
So I might go buy. 2019 was the last year I did it. So then I'll wait another 5 years to do it again, and then I'll buy the 2024 shirt.
Do you know what they have at Boston Hollow Road?
Is that alpacas?
Alpacas. That's right.
Yes.
Wait, when is this?
Fucking on point.
They use that picture on the Ultra Sign Up homepage. That's the fucking picture. It's me next to the alpaca.
That's right.
You cannot. Can I share my screen with you? Or go on Ultra Sign Up homepage right now and scroll down to the Nipmuc. Hold on, where is it? Wait a minute, where'd it go?
It's the day before my birthday.
Oh yeah. Where's Nipmuc? Oh, here it is. Oh no, it's a different picture now. Oh, you know what? It rotates. That's right, because the pictures that you put in your thing, it will rotate those. What do you guys think of this new the all-in pricing that they're doing? Ultra Sign Up. You see that now? You get all the taxes and fees show up now too, instead of waiting to the checkout page. Have you seen that?
Oh.
So when you click on register for a race, it'll be like $78.19. And it's like all taxes and fees are added. So if it's like, because some taxes state at the point of sale, and some there's like America's like really a weird place to do business in, because like, especially if you're a national company, you take credit cards and payments from all over the country.
Yes.
Because some states are point of sale tax, and some are like point of service tax or whatever. Like it's really weird.
Use tax, sales tax.
There's all kinds of weird.
Income tax,
weird place.
tax.
What a weird place to live. What are we fighting for? Jesus Christ, people.
Just fucking throw your race bibs in the water. Like go to
but no,
Boston and throw them in the fucking
so go
water.
sign up. Next race you sign up for, it's going to have that include. It'll show you like the whole price, which is kind of cool. What if race directors started doing transparent pricing, where they were like, okay, here's what's going to the awards, here's what's going to the shirts, here's what's going to the permit, here's what's going to the insurance, and then they were like, here's my cut, and then people to go on there and be like, no, you know what, you don't deserve that, and then like fucking see how that's gonna go.
I think they should do name your own price. It's like Priceline.
Priceline.com. Yeah, there you go.
They should do that for do a reverse auction.
I just think it's weird that like people that complain about. I hear people complain about race prices lately, and I'm just like, if you don't value what that experience is gonna, if you don't value that experience, like don't sign up for it. Like that's what I say. Like
and
people
the same
bitch.
Same people who are buying $200-$300 shoes for Boston.
Right? I remember a dude said to me back when I put on Patchogue 50 miler, a dude was like, I was going to sign up for your race, but it was too expensive. And I was like, dude, it was $100 for a 50 miler.
$100 is not expensive.
How much is that a mile, Jimmy?
That's $2 a mile, but you got, I gave out Patagonia, dude, I gave out Patagonia shirts. Like I gave out like a ton of swag. I gave out, and that race costs a lot of money to produce, whatever. But like, I just remember somebody saying that. And I was like, basically he was saying like, I don't think your kid deserves Taekwondo practice is basically what he was saying to me. That's what I thought.
Well, I think people complain about everything, right?
Yeah.
Like they're going to find something to complain about.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm complaining right now about people.
We have one more topic to talk about after this, but I have one more thing to talk about. Stairs. Jimmy, did you tell us about your stair experience?
Oh, when I went to do the stair workout with the mixers the day after I did Macedonia. And it's fun. You know, you have to go up and down these stairs at the riverfront in downtown Hartford. You go up and downstairs and then you do a bunch of like push-ups and sit-ups, and we did a whole bunch of workouts strength workouts at the bottom, but it was really fun. It was like Dan Haggerty and happy birthday, Dan. I said happy birthday to him like 3 or 4 times during that run. He still thinks it's funny. We're getting a lot of mileage out of that joke. We should just never let that die.
Yeah. No, I don't. I wish him happy birthday every time I see him. So that's good. And then you played some
newer listener,
huh?
We've been saying happy birthday to Dan Haggerty since like the 5th show. I don't think we've ever stopped.
Yeah. It's the biggest party ever.
Yeah. Yes. And then we went and had tacos at El Pollo Guapo, and then I played pickleball for the first time ever. And I played me and Mike Longevity played against Dave and Wanda, and I learned the ins and outs of the games and the names of the parts of the area and the things and the noises, and I had a blast, and it was awesome. And I think everyone should go try pickleball because it's going to take over. It's taking over the nation.
Do something that you suck at.
Yes, be shitty at something new. That's what I say. That's my 2024. I just keep trying new shit. Yeah, and I'm terrible at it, but I love it. I love all the new shit.
Jeez. So
I'm thinking about jumping out of a plane. Speaking of new shit.
Oh, what happened, Danielson?
Yeah, for my birthday.
Yes, I think.
When is your birthday?
It's October 7th, so in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I can't like say, oh, I'm not going. You think I'm going to go on? Fucking Fred is not going to let me sit here and say, oh, I think that's a good idea, right, Fred?
No.
Nope.
It was my idea.
I have on the advice of my attorney, I cannot reply to that. I plead the 5th.
Just say you demur.
I demur.
Are you being demure?
Yes, I'm ready for my close-up. What?
Are you being mindful and cutesy?
And yeah, listen, I think you should definitely do it, Celeste. I know these guys are going to talk you out of it, but I think that sounds fucking rad. I want to do that one day.
I do too. I'm petrified, which is why I want to do it.
You should, you know who jumped out of a plane like 5,000 times? Our friend Colleen Malone. You should reach out to her and get some pointers.
Really?
She was like a professional skydiver for like many years.
She's so cool.
They invented moves and stuff, her and her friends. Yeah.
That's amazing. I just don't want to pee my pants. That's my only goal. Like to not die and to not.
Who would care? You're falling. What?
Well, yeah, but I'm attached to somebody, so the person I'm attached to might care.
Oh, let's see.
Maybe people below too. You never know.
Right? All of a sudden it's raining.
Yeah. Mommy, is it raining?
The parachute picks all that up, so it's okay. It's like a giant umbrella.
Right. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about something else too. So like the internet has been broken over the last 2 days. over Wikipedia and Camille Herron, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
I have to say, so I don't know. I have my opinion on it, you know? I don't know. And like before I go, I don't want to like poison the water here, but like, you guys have any thoughts from that? Have you spent much time looking at any of the stuff or thinking about it or not so much or what?
I do, but I don't want to say any of them publicly yet. I think I've shared with a few people my thoughts. And I think I don't know if we agreed to keep that private, but I don't want to put any of that stuff on Facebook just because it could be some character assassination type shit, but at the same time, it doesn't look good. So, but I think I'm going to wait this one out, maybe.
Question for you though, from what I saw, like, and like this, so I'm going to give you my hot take because I've spent like, I kind of did like, I'm retired now. So
I was going to say you're retired, so you're like marathon investigators, like
I'm fucking
henchmen now, are you? Is that what we?
Die.
Yeah, I'm
Mark
ADHD.
Byram is one of marathon investigators.
I'm ADHD. Okay, ADHD. So I just was looking at this and I was like,
but don't do that because you're doing shitty behavior. Don't blame it on your ADHD.
no.
Okay.
No, I think it comes into play here, right? Because like in my mind, like you want to kind of put yourself in somebody's shoes and say what, you know, like, because we don't know what happened, right? I mean, we have an article.
We know what happened. That's the thing we know. We know the facts. We don't know why.
Maybe you do.
And
maybe
we don't know who did it, but we know what happened.
You don't know the context of it though.
Well, I'm just saying, but you know the actual facts of things that happened. You don't know who
so
down the words. You don't know who
put
up the words, but you know that the words were done.
So
Fred, lay it out, Fred. Fred, lay it all out.
Wait. So we know that. Okay, so yeah, lay it out because I want to hear. I'm going to hear
a lawyer's take on this.
and then I'll tell you if it differs from what I read. So what did you?
The specific, you can read the Canadian Running Magazine article, but the two things that I read that were linked to the IP address that is registered to Camille and Connor.
Yes.
And they have editing ability on Wikipedia, and they took down two things specifically that said that Courtney Dauwalter is widely considered to be one of the best ultra runners in the world.
Yes.
And same for Killian.
Yes.
And also threw some shade at Des Linden, which you can't be doing. So
that I agree with, but I wasn't able to find out what that was.
I wasn't sure exactly what that was, but but those two things happened. But from where I am, I don't know whether Connor did it. I don't know whether Camille did it. She published one thing that she said that she thought she was being set up by somebody who hated her or something. And then she went dark. She's now gotten rid of all of her.
I want to
her own page too, right?
Yeah, but I want to call a time out on this just for a second. Just to like, this was my take on that part of it, is that I went in and I read and went on Wikipedia and I read Camille's write up on what her page is, and then I went to Courtney's page. Okay. And there's not like a format that you have to enter your things in. Okay. And then I read the correspondence between Wikipedia and Camille, and I looked at the editing of this, of Wikipedia and how you do this and the means of communication. It's fucking confusing. Okay.
Wait, I can go on Wikipedia and edit stuff right now. I've gone on the pages before, and like dudes, like rappers would have beef on each other's pages on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
and get like banned and stuff because they'd be like, "This dude is a whack ass bitch," and then they'd be editing each other's pages.
Yes.
I could do it. You could do it from anywhere. Is that what you're trying to say? Like
you can, but what was happening is that she was making like so. If you go to Camille, if you go to Courtney's page, it says that she's widely considered to be one of the greatest trail and ultra runners in the world. Okay. If you go to Camille's page, it says she's an American ultra runner. Period. Okay. So she doesn't have the same accolades. And I think, in my opinion, it's certainly, I would consider it a fact that she's not, like, as of today, she's not considered that because people are fucking pissed at her or for whatever reason. But the fact is that she holds like 18 world records or bests, or, she has a resume that is second to none.
Well, I don't understand why. I don't understand. She can't put that on her own page.
No, she did.
Also,
she did. But like Wikipedia, Wikipedia does not allow you to self-promote. Okay. It doesn't allow you're not allowed to. Jimmy Mack cannot set up a Jimmy Mack page. Jimmy Mack's family can't set up a Jimmy Mack page. Jimmy's company can't set that up. Your friends can't even set this. I believe it's your friends and people who are associated. This is supposed to be a factual account. Okay. But you're not, if you use words like,
widely regarded,
Jimmy's amazing, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to use like words like amazing. It has to be like encyclopedic language. You have to use certain language there. So they were dinging her on using some words to describe her stuff. Okay. And they would correct her. And then she would go back and write other shit. And then they would correct her again. She wasn't saying, I beat this person when she didn't. Everything that she said was factual. But
she wasn't going against the rules though, right? Like she's not allowed to do her own page. She's
not allowed to go to her own page, correct? But she's also in the business of trying to stay alive with this stuff, right? And she's trying to make a living on this, and it's I think that she's just, the means of communication that they were using. If you read into it, it's like you read down this shit, and to me, I found it to be very, I could see that if you didn't know what you were, if you're not a professional doing this, I can see that you would fuck it up a lot, and that if you were, let's say that you were also. I'm not saying that she's like perfect or anything like that. Okay. Like, I mean, maybe she's, I think that she's, and I'm struggling with the right word now, but she's, like concerned about, she has an ego with this stuff. Like she likes to talk smack about other people, which isn't, fucking everybody does. Olympians, we saw that all in the Olympics, people doing that, a lot of people do that. Okay. But she also hasn't, I think that she just hasn't gotten the respect because she's not considered to be a trail runner. She's more of an ultra runner. And that like other people have, like, I think they've given her a hard time. And I think with her personality type, it's hard for her to justify that, to say, wait a minute, I have 18 and I counted them. She has 18 records, world records or bests. And that's fucking remarkable.
I don't think anyone's challenging that, dude. I think it's the idea that she's going on. She's going on other people's pages and like editing.
Yeah, she's taking down other
people's to read this.
And if you look at her page, there's a lot of pluses on her page. It's not like her page is humble.
Right.
It's got a whole.
I'm not saying that it. I'm not saying that it is.
The fact that, dude, and you guys are gonna hate me for saying this. I know this is Art's whole premise of your argument, whatever, the whole crux of your argument. But like, it's just like doing lap races, like 6 days, like that's very unsexy. People want to fucking see like Western states and shit in the woods.
No,
like,
that's true,
that's
Jimmy.
The sexiest part of the sport, dude. Like
that's exactly
what we all want to do.
True.
That's what we all want to be out in Wyoming and fucking Idaho and getting crazy in the fucking mountains.
We all want to be Anton.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it.
But Anton and Jen Shelton for life, baby. Let's go.
But it's a different animal. What she
hit me up, Jen.
Yeah, but Art, here's the thing, because just to argue a little bit with what you said.
Please bring it on.
So what she took down from Courtney's page, what she eliminated was that DeWalter became in 2023 the first person ever to win Western States 100, Hard Rock 100, and the UTMB, 3 iconic 100-mile races in the same year. That is a fact that she eliminated, that Camille eliminated. So that has nothing to do with opinion or who's right, who's wrong, who deserves credit, who doesn't deserve credit. That's a fact that Courtney was the first one to do those 3. And the fact that Camille eliminated that is sketchy at the least.
But in the beginning, in the opening, that's in the opening paragraph of it. Okay, that was in the opening paragraph of
But
it.
it's still
She
a
also,
fact.
but here's the thing. She in her opening paragraph, hers is a simplified version. So I think
But that's irrelevant. Just because you
no, it's
don't
not,
like,
because she's the only one who ever
No.
won. She's the only
It is irrelevant
ever
because you
win.
don't take down other people's stuff. Just because you have
Just-
your paragraph
Mhm.
this way doesn't mean everybody has to conform to you.
Well,
right.
if I'm
If anything,
you're not
she
writing
could
the whole
argue
thing.
I
to
understand.
Wikipedia that her paragraph should be more.
She
but
did.
taking away someone, just because you don't like how someone wrote about you doesn't give you the right to take away someone else's accomplishments.
Well, no,
right?
no, she didn't take. Listen.
She doesn't have the right to eliminate someone else's
I agree.
accomplishments.
I agree.
Just because she thinks she deserves more. And I'm not saying
But-
maybe she does deserve more, but if you have to belittle others or make others look bad to make yourself look good,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
shitty.
She did not do that. I don't think she did that.
But
She was
hold on.
making it. I think she was making it even because hers. You look at them. You look at how it's written. Like she
We're having
wrote in
two
there,
different arguments.
She
here,
used
is
some
what's
words
happening.
that they didn't like. She used some words that they didn't like, and they took it down and pared it down. So then she's like, well, fuck it. If I can't say amazing, or if I can't use these words, then how come she can put all this fluff and in, I think they were dinging her. So she's like, well, why aren't the other people being treated the same way?
So
And in her mind,
two
then,
wrongs
but
make a
then
right?
Courtney's also says in the bottom, it says that she won this. And Camille didn't start hers by saying she's the only one ever to win Spartathlon, setting the record, and to run Comrades, and to win both of those. She's the only one who's ever done that. But that's like,
It's in her notable achievements. All
it
that
is.
stuff is notable
But then
Yeah.
why is Courtney's in her opening paragraph?
Somebody put it in there, but that doesn't mean Camille's not the editor-in-chief of Wikipedia.
I
Right.
know.
And Camille's not allowed to edit
my
her own
paragraph looks
page
like this,
either.
yours has to be like this.
I wonder who wrote. So here's my question: is that I wonder, because you know what? Quite honestly, like with Camille's page, who the hell knows? Like, there's so much. There's 18 different world records there. Who is going to be able to properly quantify that? Who's qualified to do that? And who's going to take the time to do that on a volunteer basis? Like, who's going to do that? Like, and so that she gets, because this is her livelihood. Who's going to do that for her? But not as an employee of hers. Like, who's going to do that? I don't know. Like, I'm not who's going to do that? I don't know.
I get that. And I get what you're saying about it not being fair, but that doesn't give her the right to break the rules.
Well,
right?
hold on.
So if you
Anybody
see
can edit anybody's page.
You cannot edit your own page,
No, but you can
right?
edit other people's.
but it's a conflict of interest.
But hold on, wait. Anybody can edit, as far as I know, anybody can suggest edits or can make edits, I guess, I have to say that part of it I don't know, but I know that, like we said, that I think anybody can edit anybody's page.
But she also edited her own page, or
Correct.
her husband did. So
Yeah, that's
it's
wrong. I
almost
get
like
it.
how the pages are set up is almost irrelevant because
Dude,
she
I'm
broke
on both
the
of their
rules.
sorry.
No, I'm
on
just saying
both-
she broke the rules.
Yeah.
She deserves the consequences for breaking the rules.
But the consequences is that it's in like, let's take devil's advocate on this. It's in my opinion, it's bullshit rules for her livelihood, that this is like, who's gonna do that to make this, who's going to keep track of 18 world records and be able to pick up on the different things that she knows that she's done. And
They're in there. They're in her Wikipedia.
None of us give a shit about
Unless you're
that.
too
Like,
lazy.
I-
to read her
I
own
know.
Who
Wikipedia
cares?
episode.
I'm on both
Everyone's
pages right
list.
now.
So what's
Camille's
you
page
find,
is
Jimmy?
way more impressive than Courtney DeWalters, dude. It's like twice as long. She's got way more fucking accolades.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what the problem is, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know. I know what the problem is, but whatever. I appreciate you playing devil's advocate, but it's a shitty hot take, dude.
All right,
Well, no.
I have something else to say about this that's very important.
Yes.
Her name's not even Camille. Her name's Jacqueline.
Damn
I
it.
didn't know that till just now.
There we
Oh,
go.
I
Okay.
didn't know that either. There you go.
Yeah, Jacqueline Camille Herron.
She's
Well,
J. Camille.
see,
Herron.
here's the problem is that, like, whether it's admirable, that that you're self-promoting, or whether that's like something that like, like everybody wants to be humble and blah, blah, blah. And, lots of us aren't, but at the end of the day, the fucking pile on that's happened in social media makes me, to me, that's 10 times more.
That's the tool that was used for the attack. So it's like, hey, you know what? Do the crime. Let's do the time.
No, she didn't. It wasn't so much. So I don't think it was so much the other big thing they said was that she's putting down other athletes. Now she questioned the validity of somebody who broke her world record and said that she used pacers. Do we know if she did use pacers?
I don't know.
I honestly don't care. I just honestly don't care.
Yeah, but
I just think that there is consequences, right? So you might not like the consequences, but she chose to knowingly break rules. Or her husband did. We don't know. Someone from that IP address knowingly broke the rules, right?
Well, so yes, okay, but here's the thing: if you get banned, if you're playing not RuneScape, you're playing Minecraft. You're playing Minecraft and you get banned, you're gonna start another fucking account, and you're gonna like know that like, oh, they don't like it or on Reddit, right? Sometimes you might promote something more than you should. And all of a sudden you get banned. And this is I don't know. I look at Wikipedia. It's not like she's modifying the record books. I don't see that as a record book thing. I
have two points to make. One, I love saying IP address.
IP address in like 4 bathrooms here.
And number two is that fucking ultra running is so boring that we need a controversy like this every couple of months to make it fucking interesting.
Yeah. Because here's the other thing is that like,
what are you talking about? We're talking about running.
Yeah. I think the article framed her as
a long time.
The article framed her as a bad person and then showed that she got banned from Wikipedia. I just fucking, to me, that's like the admins banned me. And like, if she was really, she would have gone to the library or internet cafe and done that if she really gave a shit about being hidden, right?
I'm sad that Canadian Trail Fishing Magazine didn't break this piece.
And then the person who criticized her, the official, which gave a lot of the argument legitimacy, was somebody, because she quoted the I should have it in front of me, the IA International Ultra Running Association, right? That certifies these, instead of the Fred, help me out, the Mawa or whatever it's called, the other one.
GoMo.
The what now?
GoMo.
Yes. Yeah. And that one. And the guy who slammed her was the guy who may or may not have felt jilted because she didn't recognize his authority, because he isn't the ultimate, as I understand it, isn't the ultimate authority on it.
Well, she lists her GoMo records in her Wikipedia.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah. So it's not like she's jilting them.
No, but it's also like if in fact they were done under different circumstances, then maybe she's got a beef, and okay. Especially,
it makes me sad. I think that this has been a bad year for her. I think, it may be that she feels like she's under a lot of pressure. She may, she may be having some issues. I don't know. But when that woman, I don't know if her name's pronounced Steinrex or whatever, that Danish woman took down one of her records, she immediately went after her, like went international and complained that she was cheating. And which she could have just like said, is this going to be ratified? Correct. Because I think that she was paced, but she didn't. She really kind of assassinated her character, right? Which I thought was unnecessary and like kind of intense. Like she's really protective of her achievements, which,
Yeah, I got it. I agree that she's protective of her achievements.
Well,
but...
and then I think that Trishul and Davy Crockett, both of those guys, seem to have, they're not in her corner anymore. They seem to be like, a lot of look what she did.
Fred, a lot of people aren't aren't in her corner. Okay.
I
But
hope she gets whatever help she needs to get beyond whatever's going on.
I question whether it's, I just looked and tried to put myself in her shoes, especially, like, here's one thing I can tell you definitively. There's no fucking way in hell or high water that she deserves the shit that she's received from social media, because that's fucking, it is, that is inexcusable and disgusting. Whatever the kind of shit people are like saying that she's like, they're like equating her to Lance Armstrong, who cheated, who broke performance enhancing rules, right?
But Art, you're talking about this. The scope of it is just an ultra. Nobody gives a fuck outside of ultra running. So the way you're like, this is like, it's such a small niche thing that like, it's not like this.
For her, it's her whole. This is her whole world.
It
right?
sounds like it's not. I'm not saying she deserves it, but it sounds like she brought a lot of this on herself. Because the internet is going to do this to you. And this is, there's a saying in the hood, don't start none, won't be none. Like if you're out starting shit with people, it's going to fucking come back.
I'm looking at like the whitest white boy. You're going like, don't start none, it won't be none.
Hey, that's whenever I go on the internet though, that's like my only rule. When I go on the internet, I'm like, I'm not starting shit today with people. And I'm like, I find myself starting to type stuff out. I'm like, nope, not my circus, not my clowns. I'm not fucking doing this anymore. And I haven't done it in years. But I get so close to hitting send so many fucking times.
I gotcha.
I'd like you to know that I have like the hottest of hot takes that somebody sent me. I put this to the guys, Law Dog and Oak and Thaddeus and Steve, and just to see what their take on it was. And I just got forwarded to me something where Connor Holt takes responsibility for everything. He said he
just
did
now.
He said basically he was just trying to protect Camille because some people have been trying to take down Camille's achievements, and anything that was done was him.
Okay, so I know two people can back me up that I said 100%. I was like, I think it's the husband. I think he's got a toxic vibe. I've heard him on 10 Junk Miles. I don't really like him. I fucking said that. Oh my God, thank you. I still feel so seen and validated right now.
Well, I have to say this.
I got a Bessic and Jenna Gould can both back me up on that. I said that yesterday. It's always a dude, man.
Yeah.
It's always a white guy.
See, once again. Yeah, because here is one thing that I did hear on the positive comments that I read out there, is that like there were a couple of these, like, I'm so surprised by this because she's always seemed like, I mean, and not everybody said this, okay, but there were a few people who said, I was so surprised by this because she always seemed so positive and
really nice.
And really nice.
Yeah.
And that was my 100% take on it. And then also, but I could also see, like, if it were me, and I have a lot of characteristics, I think, that are similar to hers, in like when something isn't right with me, in a sense, it just kind of locks and I can't get by it. Like I can't, like, it kind of locks me up. So like if I'm getting and I had this happen with work.
I apologize for calling your take shitty, Art. I'm sorry.
I got excluded from there was a sales contest. Okay. And in my mind, I knew what the rules were and what the evaluation was. And I looked at the numbers and I was convinced that I won. And they told me that I didn't for some other reason. But like, I couldn't let it go. As much as I tried to, I had to finally, honestly, I had to let it go by praying about it and just throwing it up with no logical resolution of it. I just had to say, it's out of my control. I can't change. This is one of those things that I can't change. Therefore, I accept it. And because I don't want to feel bad about it. So I release this to the world and I'm accepting it. But other than that, I was like, my fucking numbers, any way you measure them, were better than blah, 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 you know? And so if she's sitting there saying, I had this record and maybe this girl ran further than I did in the time allowed, but if she used a pacer, then that's a different animal. And therefore, sometimes it's hard to let, I come across way too strong on some points like that, I'm told. So I don't know. I've talked too much, but
Did you monkey with the other salesman's Wikipedia pages? It's okay. You're in a safe space now. Nobody's going to hear this. Just
no,
let
I
us
did
know.
go to their salesforce.com and look at the results though.
All right. Listen,
I didn't
here,
fuck
listen,
with them though, but
if you are right though, if you are indeed right, the universe will know it and it'll fucking find a way to make you whole.
yeah.
And
And,
make
Jimmy,
you even.
it wasn't doing me any good by holding on to it. So I let it go and I was at peace with it and I'm retired now. So there you go.
So you really won.
I
Yeah.
did. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. I won. I have no complaints. Son of a bitch bastards. Now that I brought it up. No. But okay. So listen, I appreciate you guys talking, talking through that. And, we'll see, I guess.
I hope Connor
Ideally,
gets
the
the help
only-
he needs. I hope Connor gets the help he needs.
Yeah. If that's, I haven't read that and that would be interesting to see what that's all about.
It's
So-
weird that he used her email address from her college days.
I mean, I have to say though, I've reached out to them for some other issues prior to this, and to reach him, it's her email. So I can confirm that. So
Nice.
anyway, yeah. So thank you guys for talking about that. And now,
Oh, here's plot twist real quick. I just thought of this. What if it really was Camille and he's just covering her fur because he loves her so much? That's also a cool story.
That was
So-
my first thought, but I read a lot of
Jimmy,
crazy shit. So.
we all have Netflix subscriptions and we've all seen that show. Okay.
That's a Lifetime show right
That's
there,
a
my guy. That's a
Lifetime. I
Lifetime
would
show.
love that
That is-
Lifetime Christmas special, the Camille Herron story.
Although my specials would be like,
Okay,
he
you
wouldn't just do a
fuckers-
Wikipedia page. He'd like go kill her or something. And
Oh man.
I hope the story ends well for everyone.
I think it will already. Or
in a week, everyone will forget it happened.
Oh yeah, let's get. I'm gonna fucking make
That's
fun
the
of energy
internet.
gels. I hope an energy gel company implodes like all of a sudden.
Ooh.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. If you've made it this far, of course, seek professional help, and we will see y'all in a mile and a half. Also, be sure to check out the second half of this episode, where we talk to Jenna Gould about her recent experience over at Barclays Fall Classic. Thanks a lot.